Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. So I'm here with another dream. Okay. In this dream, I introduced my ex best friend. Okay, she's not my best friend no more. But anywho, we were best friends from elementary up. Okay. Um and I introduced her to my husband. And when I end up going to work while she's there, when I come back from work, I catch them in the act of messing around behind my back. I get mad and I decide to leave. And as I like come back to get my things, and she is basically talking about me, talking down on me, saying all the awful things about me with my spouse and his friends, baby. The scripture comes from 2 Kings 25 and 27. In the 27th year of the exile of Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, in the year of Awal Marduk became king of Babylon, he released Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, from prison. He did this on the 27th day of the 12th month. He spoke kindly to him and gave him a seat of honor higher than those of the other kings who were with him in Babylon. So Jehoiachin put aside his prison clothes, and for the rest of his life ate regularly at the king's table day by day. The king gave Jehoiachin a regular allowance as long as he lived. So here's the message. God is saying for somebody, you don't see it, okay? You don't see it. You don't see it. You don't see it. But that betrayal was meant to happen. That betrayal was meant to happen because before the betrayal happened, you were in a position to where it's like you were in a prison. It's like you were in jail. It's like you were doing time. Baby, I don't know who this person is, who your spouse is, but your spouse was not treating you the way you deserve to be treated. Obviously, because if they were, they wouldn't have slept with anybody behind your back. If they really loved you the way they proclaim to love you, and if they really cared about you the way they say they care about you, you wouldn't even have to worry about them cheating on you. No, they wouldn't be cheating on you with nobody, especially not your best friend. God said it was meant to happen. It happened and it was meant to happen and it released you. It released you. Not only did you realize that this person did not love you, you realize this friend did not love you, and you realize their friends, your spouse's friends, didn't love you either. And I just feel like even though it hurts, it hurts to find out that people that you cared about did not really care about you. At the same time, it's to help you heal. It's to help you release. It's to help you. It was meant for you to see everything that you saw. Because first of all, you saw how this spouse was unloyal. Unloyal. Loyalty nowhere to be found. This best friend, unloyal. Loyalty nowhere to be found. Common sense out the window. The friends, loyalty nowhere to be found. They not even loyal to the spouse, because if they was really the spouse's friends, they would let them know, hey, you wrong for doing her like that. But they ain't tell him that. Nah, they want to sit around and laugh and joke too. So all these people, even though they were sitting around trying to make a mockery of you, 333 as I say that, they are the ones that are the joke. It's them. They the ones with the problem. They are. They are the ones that are wrong in this situation. They are like all of them, all of them, all of them, the whole lot, all of them. They the ones with the problem. They the ones that are disgusting. They are the ones that are unloyal. They are the ones that are untrustworthy. And baby, you don't need to be around that stuff. And that's what God said. God said you are more so in a prison than in a relationship. You are more so in a prison than in a relationship. That like and you could not see it because you were in love. And you loved them. You cared about them. You cared about not only your spouse, you cared about your spouse's friends, you cared about your friend, and you were so concerned about everybody. And you wanted to make sure everybody was happy. And you wanted to make sure everybody felt this way. And they was doing this and they was doing that. God said he had to move you up out of there because all of them, the whole lot of them were unloyal, untrustworthy, and they wasn't worth two nickels. That part, they wasn't. They like this is a situation. If something was really going down, none of these people would come and help you. As quiet as it's kept. As quiet as it's kept. As quiet as it's kept. And God is saying that it was intended for you to see, because these are people that you would help. You would help them, and you may have been put in a position to where they needed your help and you came through for them. You may have been put in a position to where they came and they asked, oh, can you come and help me with this over here? Oh, can you come and, hey sis, hey bro, can you come and help me do this? Can you help me do this? And you would help them. But when it was your turn, they, nah, I ain't got it. Nah, I can't. Nah, I got something to do. Nah, they got any and everything. All the excuses. God say, in reality, they didn't like you from the first place. This spouse felt some kind of way in the first place. The question mark that I had is, why is the spouse staying at home while I was going to work? This is somebody, they themselves don't want to go to and get a job. They don't want to go and work. They may have whatever, if they were living off of you or whatever kind of situation that is, it shouldn't even just be you going to work by yourself. And then you come home and you got to clean and you got to do all this. They should be helping you with that. And the fact that the spouse was just sitting up there all day laid up with my friend, I was like, And God said it was intended for you to see that, because you don't realize, you may not be able to see it at that moment, at the moment of the betrayal, at the moment of realizing how these people felt about you, at the moment of realizing how they truly saw you, you were not able to see. But God says, in reality, what's really going on, in reality, you're going to be better off without them. You will be better off without this spouse. You'll be better off without this fake best friend. You'll be better off without all these people around you. Because if they truly cared about you, they would not sit around and talk down on you. They would not, like somebody that really rock with somebody, they not going to let nobody just talk about them, regardless if they around or not. And I know this for a fact because I'm a person, okay? And I'm not going to allow somebody to just come around me and talk down on somebody that I care about. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's funny. You know what I'm saying? It can be funny all it wants to. I was straight face, okay? Yeah, that may be true, but don't get up off them. Yeah, that may be true, but get up off them. But they still will, or defend. You will put forth some kind of effort to defend somebody that you truly care about. But when you don't care about nobody, and when you don't like nobody, when you feel some kind of way about somebody, you will sit there and allow any and everybody to drag them. And you won't care. Laugh and won't blink an eye. You won't even be, and this is what was going on. And for whoever this is for, this is somebody like your spouse and this best friend, as well as this whole little group, okay? And just like I said, even in the dream, the person that it was, this is an ex-best friend of mine. So I don't know if this is for somebody, you thought that you and this person was going to make up and y'all was going to be friends again. Baby, don't do it. Don't do it. I was watching a case about a lady the other day where they say her last words, like as she actually, before she went into a coma, she told the people who did what they did to her, and she said, I thought we had made up. Baby, don't believe the fairy tale, because there's some people, they'll say, oh yeah, we friends again. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, girl, I missed you, sis. I missed you. I love you. Whole time. In the back of their mind, they plotting. They planning. They want they get back. You better wake up. These people grind me out here. They want they get back. Even if you ain't do nothing to them, they want to lick. They want to do something. They got to get you back. Even if they just getting you back for cutting them off because they were toxic, they want they get back. Baby, you better be careful. You better be careful who you call your friend. You better be careful who you call your friend. But God is saying, in this situation right here, even though this friend was toxic, even though this friend was like whatever, God used them. In the midst of them trying to attack you, in the midst of them coming after you, in the midst of them trying to pull you down, God was still using them to show you that the spouse was faulty, the friends felt faulty, the friends of the spouse were faulty, regardless if you saw them as your friends too. They all of them was fake. All of them was frauds. All of them. The whole lot of them. Loyalty nowhere to be found. Realness nowhere to be found. Fake, fraud, people. Okay? God said it was intended for you to see that. It was intended for you to peep that. It was intended for you to see that, and it was intended for you to peep that. For some of you, you thought that the friends liked you because you were so kind to them, and you were always doing for them, and you were always giving for them, but you did not realize that underneath, they're asking you to do this, that, and the third. They were envious of you because you could. They were envious of you because you could. And sometimes I know that it may be hard for you to understand when you think about it and you're like, but I was helping them and I was doing for them. Some people don't like the fact that you can open up your mouth and say, I got you. Some people don't like that. They don't like the fact that you always got an extra this amount. You always got an extra that laying around. You always got this extra laying around. And they get upset and they start to think to themselves, dang, they always got extra, but I don't even have what. Like, that's not your problem, though. It's not your problem. It is not your problem that they don't have the original. It's not your problem that they can't country. That's not your problem. That's the them problem. And instead of them being grateful that you had them and you had their back at that moment, instead of them being grateful that you had it to help them out in that moment, instead of them being grateful that you would even go ahead and help them out, they got upset and they felt envious and they felt some kind of way about you. They felt some kind of way about the fact that you were able to help them. They felt some kind of way about the fact that you were able to open up your wallet. They felt some kind of way about the fact that you ain't had no problem buying them this. You ain't had no problem getting them that. You ain't had no problem fighting for them. Whatever it is, you ain't had no problem taking up for them. They felt some kind of way because them personally, they wouldn't do it for you. Them personally, they would stay out of it. Them personally, they would act that nah, they don't stand up for what is right. They mind they bid. They feel like they ain't gonna touch that because they scared or whatever it is. That you never know what people feel some kind of way about you for. Even if it's just the fact that you got a backbone, people will hate you for having a backbone. Yeah. People will hate you for that. People will hate you for the fact that you can always find an outfit. People can hate you for the fact that you always got an extra this or that. Even if it's helping them. Even if you are defending them. They'll get mad and turn on you in a second. Because how dare you defend them? God said you got to be careful. God said you got to be careful. But at this point in time, understand that you are not being punished. You are being released from a prison. You are not being punished. You are being released from a prison. You are not being punished. You are not being punished. This is a blessing in disguise. For somebody, this man or whoever this person is, this spouse, they were treating you as if you were their prisoner. That's how they had you in their mind. You were a slave. You were a prisoner. You are a worker, a maid. God said, you are released from those duties. You are relieved from those duties and the fake friends too. For some of you, you ain't even realized that this person would brag about the fact that you had it all the time. They would brag to their friends, and that's why they friends, some of them had it. They didn't need you to buy them anything. They didn't need you to help them with anything. And they enjoyed. They laughed and they laughed about, oh, look, I'm finna get such and such to give me this and I'm gonna keep my money in my pocket. Yeah. It's some people like that. And God is saying that you ain't even peeped that. And they hated you for the fact that you would help them anyways. Even if, and for some of you, you knew it. And you would still help them. And they hated the fact that you had that extra whatever. They hated the fact that you ain't mind helping them. They hated the fact that you ain't mind speaking up for them. They hated the fact you ain't mind having their back. They hated the fact that you were kind. They hated it. They hated it. And God is saying that you don't realize it. But you were surrounded by people that hated you. But that's okay. He's pulling you up out of that. That's okay. He's pulling you away from that. No more will you have to deal with that. You will be better off by yourself than you were surrounded by these people. You will be better off by yourself than you were with this spouse. And you will be better off by yourself than having a fake and phony best friend. That's the message. God says, this is, you may feel sad about it. You may be in mourning about it. And let me say this one more time. So Jehoiachin put aside his prison clothes and for the rest of his life ate regularly at the king's table. God says you will regularly eat at the king's table. This is not a punishment. This is a blessing. This is not a situation where you should cry and be in mourning. You should be celebrating. God said you have been released from your duties. You have been released from that prison. You have been released from those fake and phony people. Celebrate. That's the message, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.